sure you in the back can hear me back there. Is that right? Wave. Okay. Good. My name is Denny Peoples. Believe it or not, I'm from South Carolina, which is a country 2,000 miles that way. But my third cousin was Abraham Peoples, who was just a unusual individual. That he left the Civil War to look for gold in Arizona and found Peoples Valley, and of course the rush that ended up turning into Arizona. So that's my third cousin, if y'all are into genealogy like I am. We got a very special time here planned for you. The first 15 or 20 minutes will be my cadets presenting the flag and doing a flag folding. And then at the end, I understand you have a party going on with the Geritol hipsters here. They're ready to go as soon as we get the formality out of the way. First of all, I'd like to thank you for letting us come. Again, my cadets you see here are not college kids. Matter of fact, the ones here with the flags at the beginning, I just asked them, there's a freshman, sophomore, junior, age 14, 15, and 16. And I don't know what you guys were doing at that age. I'm not sure what you guys were doing at age 14, but it was not volunteering their 3-day weekend off to connect the generations. I want to thank y'all for the opportunity to come. This is a special time for us. And I must admit, everybody needs to realize here that because I'm in charge of 210 cadets across the street there at Prescott High School, my mother, Margie Peoples, is 95 years old in a community like this in South Carolina. So really I do this in respect of her and of your generation that has gone before. So if you can, anybody please stand for the presenting of the colors.
Present colors.
Pledge allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order, arms. Left, pace. Forward, march.
Everybody, please take your seats. You may or may not realize they've just changed about the last 3 years the traditions with the flags in America. And one of them is that if you have served 1 day of service for your country as a veteran, in uniform or outside of uniform, you may salute the flag to honor it instead of putting your hand across your heart. That's a new thing. But it's good seeing that, especially down in the parade today. We had 80, 78, 80 cadets in the parade today, and there were a lot of cadets saluting, which is, I think, quite appropriate. For more than 200 years, everyone certainly realizes that our American flag has been a very special part of America, a very special part of the world. It was born on July 4th, 1776. The Second Continental Congress designated our flag's shape and purpose in stars. Between 1777 and 1960, the flag and shape evolved to what you see right now today. Everybody's aware of Arizona becoming a state, the last states in 1959. You also need to realize that worldwide, I'm not sure how many of you have international friends, but in the military, of course, I've been in 30 years, I have quite a few. Just this summer, a visitor from England was stunned that my cadets stand up every period and say the Pledge of Allegiance. Have you ever heard of a Pledge of Allegiance to the Swiss flag or Australian flag? It doesn't happen. It's a different world. We have different traditions here, rightfully so. 1814, Francis Scott Key was so moved at seeing our flag under fire from the British that it inspired him to write the Star-Spangled Banner that we so rightfully sing. 1892, Francis Bellamy wrote the Pledge of Allegiance that we just said. And it turned into our flag's most patriotic oath. What we're going to have for you today is a presentation of the flag to you, and then a formal flag folding in honor of the veterans of our country. I'm quite, aware of veterans. Anybody ever served one day for their country? Raise your hand, please. And I think the overlooked veterans are always the families. My wife. I've been in 30 years, and my wife has been without me about 9 of those years, with me gone to be deployed. Oh, by the way, I have 3 children. So, how about any spouse or family member of a veteran raise their hand? That's what we need to realize. So this flag folding is for the veterans, yes, but for the children and the spouses. Think of my 3 kids, just 6 years ago, went without me for their birthdays, for Thanksgiving, for Christmas. That's what sacrifice is. In July 1969, the American flag was flown in space when Neil Armstrong planted it on the surface of the moon. Today our flag flies on a multitude of satellites circling the Earth, controlling every bit of our GPS, our navigation, our electrical system, created by America, flown by America. Since 1776, no generation of Americans has been spared the responsibility of defending freedom underneath this flag. By displaying this flag and giving it the distinctive folds we will demonstrate, we show respect to the flag and express our gratitude to those individuals who have fought and continue to fight for freedom at home and abroad. Since the dawn of the 20th century, our Air Force airmen and warriors have proudly flown the flag in every major conflict around the world. The first fold represents the 13 original states: Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Georgia, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Maryland, South Carolina, New Hampshire, Virginia, New York, North Carolina, and Rhode Island. The second fold represents our 50 United States of America. The third fold represents Patrick Henry. I know not what course others may take, but as for me, give me liberty or give me death. The fourth fold, our Declaration of Independence. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. They are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights. Among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The fifth fold, the United States Constitution. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution of the United States of America. The sixth fold, our First Amendment. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the freedom of speech or of press or the right of people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for redress of grievances. The seventh fold, George Washington. The basis of our political system is the right of people to make and to alter their constitutions of government. The eighth fold, Thomas Jefferson. My God, how little do my countrymen know what precious blessings they are in possession of, and which no other people on earth enjoy. The ninth fold, Abraham Lincoln. 77 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. The 10th fold, John Fitzgerald Kennedy. Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. And the 11th fold, Martin Luther King, Jr. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I need not remind you that generally flags are folded at the funerals of veterans. Today we walk through the streets of Prescott with our flag like this in honor of not you, but those who have gone before and paid the ultimate sacrifice.
Please. Forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our ceremony. I want to thank you for the opportunity to bring my cadets and connect the generations. I'm a high school history teacher and science teacher, and I promise you that my 210 cadets stand on the shoulders of giants. They stand on you and your reputations and the things that your generations have done before. We all thank you, and I salute you.